Hi guys, subscribe today and I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. 3 to 5 Chelsea videos daily. Hello guys, so this is a quick review of Chelsea's first preseason game against Club America. Um, uh, they are the biggest club in Mexico. They've won their Premier League record 13 times. They've won the CONCACAF, Champions League record, 7 times. So, and they play in the biggest, stadium in, Mexico that has capacity of 87,000. So, Club America is I mean, I know we Chelsea fans tend sometimes to underrate clubs that don't play in Europe, but Club America is a respectable team. They're currently 3 games into their new season, the 23 season. So they're like already playing competitive games. So in consideration to Chelsea, that game was Chelsea's first preseason game. So this is just to give you a backdrop on what happened yesterday. So Obviously, Chelsea won the game 2-1 thanks to a stunning strike by Mason Mount. So, but in reality, we just want to look at the overall performances of some of the players, and just keeping in mind that it's our first preseason game. So there's always going to be expectedly a lot of players that are not that are just going to be off to the races. So in terms of rustiness, obviously, again, as expected, players are going to be rusty, and particularly Hudson Odoi and Chilwell. Obviously, they're coming back from injuries, so they're not going to be expected to be at the level that we would like to see them at. For me, with regards to Chilwell, I mean he he looked unfit. I mean it's one thing to be physically fit, but in terms of football fit, Chilwell is obviously not football fit. He's been out since November of last year. So that's a player to keep an eye on, because we need Chilwell to get back to the level that he was at early last season, where he was banging in goals for fun. Um, Odoi, again, he was again, in and out of lineup last year. He was hurt, so the same thing applies, to him. Then of course you have the James slash Bettinelli own goal, right? That's obviously a communication issue there between James and the backup goalie. James kind of dwelled a little bit too much on the ball, that he passed it where he expected his goalie to be. Bettinelli, I believe he came out probably expecting the early pass. This is and then I think James then passed it, um, where he thought his goalie would be, and of course he went in the goal. This is a bit reminiscent of the goal Chelsea conceded at the bridge against Arsenal, I believe in Lampard's first season as the manager, I believe, in that season, and we lost that game 0. So, but anyway, moving along, again, the team is not, wasn't. I mean, they played well overall, but of course, they're not going to be sharp. So, we saw two gilt-edged chances missed. One by Harvard's after he was released by Gallagher, who was one of the standout players. For me in the game. The ball was perfectly placed to Havertz's left foot, which you would expect him to bury that chance, and if not anything, at least to make the goalie work. But he missed the target. So, but again, first games. Then we had Pulisic missed the he had an open header in the second half off a brilliant pass from Emerson. So he just should have, buried that at least. Again, it should have been on target, and he just missed it. So then notwithstanding these, obviously there's been there were a lot of positives in the game. Again, as I mentioned in the first half, the bright spot for me was Gallagher. He was everything that you would hope for to see from a player that wants to break into the first team. He was just working hard. Winning the ball, breaking the lines at pace. Creating. Again, I mentioned that pass that he had created to Harvest. I believe he had another one that he had released to Hakim, Ziyech as well. So he had a great game as far as I'm concerned. And then another player that I was impressed by was Ethan Ampadu in the second half. I mean, the way he had played in the middle of the back three, and he played it really well. Obviously, this is against club in America, but he played it well in terms of passing the ball out of the back, in terms of his helping the team to maintain the position of the ball in their half. Again, you would expect that, given that in reality he is a defensive mid fielder who can also play in defense. So from that angle, the hope then for Ethan is to show enough to the manager that he can serve as some kind of use both as in defense and in midfield. We have Kante, we have Kovacic. Those are our three main mid fielders, but we don't have like that strong man, that strong brute force in midfield, and which is why Chelsea has been heavily linked with Declan Rice, because that's the type of player that Chelsea has been just doesn't have and needs. You need that kind of player if you want to challenge for the league. You need to have at least one of that kind of disruptor, like Rodri at Man City, Fabinho at Liverpool. I mean, we don't have that. So that's hopefully, I'm not saying that Ampadu is that guy, but obviously in Rice is not going anywhere this summer. So we're gonna have to make do somehow. So he's helped himself in that game. Then of course, the third player that had a brilliant game is none other than Mason Mount. You saw. I mean, we're kind of used to this. We're kind of used to this now. I mean, Mount has spoiled us what he does. So guys, how do you feel about our first pre season game? Please comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Take care. God bless you.